Hi, my name is Michael Larson, and I don't know if this is the first time you've seen me in a video, or if you've seen a couple of my videos, or if you've seen all 20 or so of my videos. Either way, what I stand for is children and families and their relationship with their parents or their caregivers, whoever's in the parenting role. Why do I stand for this? I have spent almost 15 years working with youth and working with families. I've been a foster parent, a single parent, a co-parent, a step-parent. So I've had many parenting roles. I've had many different relationships with kids, and the common thread, if you may say is that behavior is not random. I've said that in my videos. We need to learn about the brain and what goes on in terms of our emotional response, fight, flight, or freeze. I've said that in my videos. I've talked about communication, connection, learning to parent effectively, not emotionally. So all these different subjects, right? And they all tie into something that I'm trying to say. And it doesn't matter if your child is 3, 5, 8, 10, 15. At any age, if you see a behavior or there's an issue or a problem, the kid's not bad, and is what I'm trying to say. It's nothing wrong with that child. They don't have a flaw. Perhaps there's a diagnosis there. Perhaps there's different things going on. But if we continually look for outside problems and try to solve them, as in, well, what can I do outside of our relationship? Who can they see? What can we do? What doctor can we go to? What thing can we do? And if we don't look within the relationship, so I mean your relationship with that child, no matter what role that is. I talk a lot about parenting, but it could be in many different roles. You have to look within. And what I mean by that is, what is that child trying to tell me? Are they being heard? Am I seeing them? Do they matter? Do they feel like they're enough on the inside? These are different questions, and we can ask many questions. But we need to ask those questions. We can't just think in our head and be like, well, that's probably the problem, or this is the problem, or that's a problem. We need to put on our detective hat and sit down with our child and ask these questions. If we wonder why they're doing all these things we don't like, and we're feeling scared or we're feeling frustrated, we need to figure out what we're doing, like as an individual, to contribute to this problem. How do you parent? It's most likely built on your personality and how you were parented and certain beliefs you have. But what I'm trying to say is, you may need to change what you're doing to see changes with your child. And when I say may, I'm gently saying, I think you probably do need to change something. Anytime I've had problems or issues with a kid I work with, or a kid that I've parented or foster parented, my own 2 daughters currently, when I really sit back and analyze the situation, I always come to the same place, that I need to adjust something. Or they may need to adjust something, but I need to help them adjust something. I need to take their hand and guide them to what they need to change. I can't just say, change this, do this. So what I'm trying to get my point across here is, if you're struggling, your child's struggling, and especially now, COVID-19 happened, and right now, Black Lives Matter, there's a big focus on the world. And COVID-19 was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Black Lives Matter, those problems have been going on for years. There's lots of stuff going on in the world at all times, and lots of things that are negative, lots of things that are unhealthy. And these things are things that impact our relationship with our children. So outside stuff, such as on a macro level, but on a micro level, our relationship with our child. So does your child feel safe with you? And what I mean by safe, does your child feel like they can tell you what's going on in their life, not lie to you and pretend everything's fine, or pretend this or pretend that? Do they feel safe enough to sit down with you and tell them the truth? What quite happens often as our children get older, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then until those teenage years, they gravitate towards peers. And that's natural, social connection, the peers are healthy. But why do you think they gravitate towards peers? Why do they spend less time at home? Why do they sit on their phones or devices and just talk to their friends all day instead of talking to you. A lot of the times it's based on their life so far, they don't feel safe with you. And does that mean you're a bad person or a bad parent? No, it just means you haven't set the foundation of safety.